Yo! What's up, YouTube? How are you guys doing today? I'm doing fantastic. Happy Yargle Day. Happy belated Yargle Day, everybody. Happy belated Yargle Day. You got your
It would be
boy.
belated, yeah.
Yeah. You got your boy Breedingpool here, the unicorn of the Pandicorn, and my buddy Pandmanaeryck. I guess you guys can't guess what part of the Pandicorn he is.
I have no idea who I could possibly be.
This my wonderful co-host. My wonderful co-host.
Let's brainstorm here. Pandmanaeryck, Pandicorn,
The unicorn.
I don't know.
But anyways, Team Unicorn for life, everybody. Team Unicorn for life. But anyways, I digress. It's 9-4 technically for us, but we're gonna go over 9-3 spoilers today. Touch on a few things. We're trying to keep these videos a little bit shorter, to make sure you guys are just kind of into it, getting it down. But before we get into it, you know what to do. You know how it is. You know the vibes. Make sure you smash that sub button, hit that bell icon, leave us a like, and comment below what you feel like is the best spoiler that or the best card that's came out so far. But again, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon, and leave a comment and a like, because that is the best way to support the channel, and it's free. 99 free.
Free.
True. That's for true.
Free.
Free. The true. That's Rick and Morty.
Free.
No, that's a Rick and Morty reference if you didn't know. But let's hop right into whatever you want to hop into. What's number one?
I mean, let's just start with Angel, right?
Angel boy, Angel girl, Angel person, Angel
cleric.
Yeah, oh, it is an Angel cleric. Oh,
It is. It do be a cleric.
Hashtag
kind of interesting.
My party. So
right.
Yeah, go ahead.
We got Angel of Destiny, 3 white for a 2/6 Angel Cleric flying double strike. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you and that player each gain that much life.
Boo.
But at the beginning of your end step, if you have at least 15 life more than your starting life total, each player Angel of Destiny attacked this turn loses the game.
Holy shit.
Holy.
I just want to give this haste and make sure I'm at 35 points of life. Like,
to give it haste, I want to put this in historic with all the life gain crap we have in there.
Like, even like I threw because I had like white challenges on arena, like I couldn't refresh my quest or whatever anymore, and I just made a simple like white weenie deck that's pretty pog, and just they have the angel or the 1-drop 1/1 vigilance lifelink. If you have 7 or more life than your starting life total, you can tap it and make a 4/4 angel. Like, it's pretty good. And like they have I think the Alisade, I think he rotates out, but he's the 1-drop, 1 sacrifice.
Sir,
What?
Sir.
What?
Alisade was in Theros.
Oh, okay. So no, he doesn't rotate. But yeah.
But in historic, there's also this. I can't remember what the name of it. It's a Leonin, the 1-drop that at the beginning of your combat, if you have 3 or more creatures, you gain 1 life. And if you have multiples out, it gains out multiple times.
Yeah.
You got Pride Mate.
You have Revitalize.
I think in historic is where it's really going to shine.
I think black, white, and standard it's going to be fine too, because you have Vorin, whatever his name is, the 3-drop. That when you gain life, they lose life. So that's just like tax removal. Yeah, when you gain life, your opponent loses life.
It's not Yorin, it's Veto.
Veto, yeah. whatever. But yeah, I think this card's gonna be good. It's a mythic. It's gonna be expensive because it's just
alternate win con that's actually pretty simple to get to.
Yeah, if anything has somebody loses the game on it, like it already piques your spiky interest, and this clause is so easy to get to. Like, yeah, it's a caveat because you're gaining them life. But if you get to the point where they had like, and it's an end step trigger, so like it's not like you got to wait until your next turn and give them a whole turn to remove it. They have to remove it now. You know, like it's good.
And not to mention, like we were talking about earlier, the first clause, whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, that stacks on top of lifelink.
And it's not legendary, so it stacks on top of itself.
Yeah.
So it's just, yeah, it's all around gonna be a solid
good.
player. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Be a good card.
10 out of 10.
I don't know about 10 out of 10. Probably like 9 out of 10, but
9.5 out of 10.
7 out of 10. You know,
Wrong way.
perfect Reddit rating. Next thing on the list, I believe, was Valika Exploration. It's a 2 and a red for an enchantment with landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card as long as it remains exiled. And then at the beginning of your end step, if there's cards exiled with Valika Exploration, put them in their owner's graveyards. Then Valika Exploration deals that much damage to each opponent.
Wow.
Yeah. Unfortunately, something I just picked up on right now, it has a landfall trigger, so you can't necessarily just hit a land off of it and play the land immediately, which kind of sucks. As far as like
that's still free damage.
Yeah, it's still a free point of damage, and red always struggles with card advantage. I still think light up the stage is still going to be in standard. I think they reprinted it, didn't they?
No, it did not.
So it leaves. So this is probably just this is a good card. This is a good card.
And with the past couple of years, I wouldn't say red has struggled with card advantage because it's had quite a few haymakers between light up the stage and experimental frenzy. Red's been
Robber the
better
Rich
with its
like card advantage too, I guess, a little bit, but
yeah.
But yeah, like
it's been better.
Like we were talking, Fable Passage triggers this twice, or triggers it on their turn because it's the beginning of your end step, and it's for as long as it remains exiled. We have cards like Growth Spiral and Explore and Historic. I think Scape Shift's in Historic and Pioneer and all of those good things. Like that's a lot of damage. If you can't quite get the job done with Valika, this will get the job done at the end step with Escape Shift. This also works with another card that we can talk about here shortly. I'll just explain it. We can just jump over to it. But it also works with this amazing card, which I don't think we've seen an instant speed land ramp spell since crop rotation. I don't know if I'm wrong there. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But for 2 and a green, you have instant speed, sack a land, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them on the battlefield tap, then shuffle your library. So that's 2 triggers on that enchantment at instant speed, so you can do it on their turn and have access to all your mana. It's an enchantment's really good, and this card is really good too. Like, yeah, you're sacking a land, but you're getting 2 land in the process, so you're going up a land in this process. At instant speed, this takes you from 3 mana to to 4 mana into 5. So on turn 4 you'll have 5 mana available, which is the same thing as casting a mana dork or something along those lines. And it just gives you a little bit more play.
Not to mention, there's also Lotus Cobra in the format now.
Yeah, it's just it gives you instant speed landfall triggers, which I think is going to be really good. So make sure you guys look out for your playset of this. Pick it up, craft it early. It'll probably be played in some manner.
I think next we're gonna go on to Yasharn.
Yeah, sure. The Relentless Land.
The Relentless Land. 2 green whites for a legendary creature, Elemental Boar. When Yasharn Relentless Land enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic forest and a basic plains and put them into your hand. Players cannot pay life or sacrifice non-land permanents to cast cards or use activated abilities. This is also a 4/4.
I mean,
this card is really good.
Yeah, it's a 4/4 beater for 4 mana. It provides you card advantage. I'll bet lands. but then you're guaranteed to hit land drop 5 and 6, or whatever land drop you're hitting. It stops a lot of things. Like for instance, in standard, stops Wolfstrider. It stops Priest of the Forgotten Gods.
Priest is gone.
Oh, Priest is gone. Okay, never mind. It stops all those good sacrifice outlets. In Historic, it stops Phyrexian Tower. It stops Godpharaoh's Gift. It stops a lot of stuff in Modern and stuff. Those in those things that Eric was mentioning, that it also stops fetch lands because they can't pay the life. Like, yeah.
Right.
So.
But for Modern, obviously, this is a 4 CMC card. It's going to be hard to get this down before they crack, at least 4 fetch lands, 3 or 4 fetch lands.
That's
so
fair. That's a fair statement.
It's cute. I don't think you'll see outside of standard play. Even for standard, we still have questing beast for standard.
Hold on. Does this stop shocklands too? You're not really.
I think so.
You're not necessarily paying life.
It does say pay 2 life for it to enter untapped. It's possible. It's not an activated ability though. That's a triggered ability.
To cast cards or use activated abilities. I don't know. Whatever. It's just a lot of play. There's a lot of play to this card, and it seems really fun. Being legendary kind of hurts it. Then again, it doesn't, because then you just get to replay another one, draw 2 more cards, and.
But again, it's also in standard. It's competing for questing beast space.
That's fair, but there could be a good sideboard card. Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Relic Robber next. This card's pretty good. You want to take it?
I also want to take this one. You can have the next 2. So Relic Robber is a 2/2 for 2 and a red goblin rogue with haste. Whenever Relic Robber deals combat damage to a player, that player creates a 0/1 colorless goblin construct artifact creature token with this creature can't block, and at the beginning of your upkeep, this creature deals 1 damage to you. So when I first seen this card, I read this and I went, gimme. I love this card. I don't know why, but I just really, really love this card.
You said gimme. Just read the flavor text. Here, you take it. Overall, this card is really fun. I think it's going to be a good card in standard. It's going to be a good card in historic. I
love goblins. I love this effect. The fact that they can't block, the fact that they're 0/1, so you don't want to attack with them because they don't do anything.
And it just constantly deal damage. It's good. Turn 3, they have nothing. You attack, they take 2. Create one of these guys, they take 1. You pass turn, they take 1. I mean, it's just overall a good card. It stacks up. It forces them to wrath just by playing this card.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just playing this one card.
Forces control to wrath. Could get rid of their 0/1s.
Yeah. They're like, man, I want to get rid of my own things here. It may have some caveat in the fact that it could give people things to sack to things, like Phyrexian Tower and stuff like that. In historic. That's fair. Or to whatever their sacrifice outlets are. In standard as well.
We still got Oven, but.
Mm-hmm.
But in that matchup, it gets sided out. No big deal.
It's still a 2/2 with haste. I mean, and that's 3 mana is a little bit much for that, but the effect is really good. And I mean, come on, who doesn't?
The effect's what makes it.
Go ahead.
The effect's what makes it cost 3 mana.
Yeah, and who doesn't love the hot potato flavor text? Come on now.
Yeah, I'm excited for this card just because I am a red mage. I love my red cards. This card embodies all of red.
My first really big tournaments were won off the back of Rabble Master. So we're going to go on to what I think is going to be a cycle. Inscription of Abundance. It's a 1 and a green instant with kicker for 2 and a green. Choose 1 if Inscription of Abundance was kicked. Choose any number instead. And then it has 3 modal abilities. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature, or target player gains X life, where X is the greatest power among creatures that player controls, or target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. If this, I really hope it's a cycle. It seems like it's going to be, and it's these type of cards. Anything that gives you options in one card are always good. It's good early game for 2 mana. It's good late game. For the kicker cost, it's good with that angel we just seen. Green white counters. It was kind of a deck that I was looking at as well. It's more so now with the Swarm Shambler. This that gives you a fight, and now you got a creature that you can play. The life gain matters. Like
there's the green white that increases the number of counters put on a creature.
Yep. So like this could effectively be 2 mana, put 3 counters on a creature, or 5 mana, put 3 counters, gain life, and fight something. Like that seems strong.
It's really good, and the fact that it's instant speed too, it just makes it that much better.
Seagate Stormcaller. This is a really difficult card to evaluate for me. Like a 2 mana 2/1 that lets you copy an instant or sorcery. So it's a 2 mana 2/1 human wizard with kicker for 4 and a blue. So that's 7 mana to do it. It says when Seagate Stormcaller enters the battlefield, copy the next instant or sorcery spell with converted mana cost 2 or less. You cast this turn when you cast it. If Seagate Stormcaller was kicked, copy that spell twice instead. You may choose new targets for the copies. Like, yes. I don't think it deserves a mythic status personally. This could have been a rare. If for like mythic, like let's just double like the cast. Like let's make it 2 or 1 blue and then 1 blue for a kicker. Like
I think it could have been like 2 blue for the kicker. So yeah, because it'd be 6. It could have been 2 blue for the kicker.
That would be triple blue.
In my opinion,
that would have been triple blue. That would have sucked.
That's mythic.
I don't know, but anyways,
we had the triple white card in mythic.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, and the fact that you're paying 7 mana for this, and then you got to pay 2 more mana for another spell to get maximum value out of this. I don't like it. I don't think it deserves mythic status. I think it's going to be the bulk mythic of the set. That's my opinion. I could be entirely wrong. There could be some sort of crazy ramp strategy again, but I just don't think it's going to be very.
Yeah, and you have to just look at like 1 and 2 converted mana cost instant sorceries that we have right now. Like none are that great. Like none are overly amazing. Like
not offhand, no.
I mean, like you have the destroy creature ones, the 1 drop that was printed in this set as well. We're gonna touch on I think 2 more cards here. I'm gonna touch on Crawling Barrens, which I think is a really good control finisher, as well as any like mono color strategy. It is a land that taps for colorless, and then 4, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Crawling Barrens. Then you may have it become a 0/0 elemental creature until end of turn. It is still a land. So we were talking about the green white counter stack. I think this is pretty good. I don't know if that
it has potential there.
I don't know if the green white 2/2 allows counters to be placed on other things, because this isn't a land, or this isn't a creature before the counters get put on, so it may not be as good. But like I said, I think it's really quite good in a control strategy. It just allows you to dump your mana. If you're planning on countering something, you just dump your mana into this. Don't turn it into a creature. Just keep building it up until it's just like a 1-shot, 1 kill, done. Get out. Finish your game, move on. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that'll be a solid card. You might want to look out for it. Could be a little bit of a sleeper. People might not just be on it right away, but I think we could definitely see it happening. And the next card that I wanted to talk about is a Vine Gecko. There's a very funny comment here, but it is 1 and a green for a 2/2 lizard elemental. Kind of sucks that it doesn't trigger party. And it says the first kick spell you cast each turn costs 1 less. And then whenever you cast a kick spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Vine Gecko. Seems solid. Seems solid to me in any type of kicker-based deck.
I I just realized it says it has to be a kicked spell, so it can't just be a spell with kicker.
Yeah, it has to be a kick spell. So you have to be kicking the spell, but it just always is a little bit more value out of kicking something, you know. And the art is pretty fantastic. I think it does
It
look
does
like
make the inscriptions a bit better too, because if it is a cycle and they all cost the 5 mana to kick, it'd be 4 mana to kick. That's not too bad.
yeah, that's true. That's
But
very
we
true.
shall see
We shall see
how it goes.
But I think that's going to do it for 9-3 spoilers. We will cover the 9-4 spoiler list tomorrow.
We need to cover the spoiler right now. Go back to your main page and refresh it. The card you've been waiting for.
Hagra Bite. 2 black instant. If any opponent controls no basic land, this spell costs 1 less to cast. Destroy target creature. And it's a motherfucking land!
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's the solid rare removal spell that we...
I mean, the whole no basic lands cost 1 less to cast. It probably won't happen
Whatever.
too much in standard, but that's pretty good.
It's probably
It's
only
pretty good.
It's probably only going to get played in standard. Like, you just have better options in for other places. But yeah.
So there's a quick 9-4 spoiler for you all.
I wish that this had to pay some life and make it untapped as being a rare, but anyways, Eric and myself both stream on Twitch. We're doing these spoilers every day, so around midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning EST, we're on doing these live. I stream at twitch.tv/Breedingpool, usually 12 p.m. EST until about 4, and then 12 a.m. until whenever, every day. Eric streams Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturdays. Technically they're the next day because he doesn't start to stream until 12:30 a.m. until about 4 on those days. Make sure you guys hop into the channels, come talk to us about the podcast. And again, if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button, hit the like, hit the bell, do the things, comment, let us know what you guys want to see, what you want to talk about. We're talking a lot about Magic right now, but we talk about games in general. We love talking about games. We're some big old nerds. Magic is just our forte. We're pushing. I'm still pushing. Make sure you guys check out the SCG tour online that I'm going to be doing as well. Throughout the week, Eric's going to be doing some more Magic, more everything. You guys are awesome. We love you. Thank you so much for watching this video. You have a good night.
Yarr.